Hey everybody, welcome back to Gary Keep It Simple, where I try and break down technology in the simplest way possible. Today I'm thrilled to share my experience with the Tascam DR40. It's one of those. This is a handheld 4-track audio recorder. This little device has been a game changer for us, especially recording my wife's incredible singing performances. Let's dive into why this might just be the perfect audio solution for you too. Due to the acoustics of that particular venue, and the fact that I was sat fairly close to the speakers, the difference between the two isn't that obvious if you don't, well, it depends on what you're playing it on. But if you use headphones, you'll find that the second, which is the synchronized sound, that one is very much richer and fuller than the original one, which is my camera, which is a Vivo 5G camera. Pretty good picture on it, I think you'll agree. But the sound is, it's there, it's passable. I'll show you some other examples of where things are slightly different.
You're my world, you're every breath I take. You're my world, you're every breath I take. You're my world, you're every breath I take.
We had a 3-camera set up to do a showreel, and that was the 3 cameras being shown there. As you can hear, that all 3 were different. I wouldn't say any of them were good. And there was high background noise, but you notice how the sound from one was sort of okay-ish but noisy. The other one was, well, it was phasing. And the other one was phasing in a different way. It's just weird. So that's where this little device came in. It's useful. It's got 4 tracks of very high quality recording. It records in WAV format, and it gives you the ability to record off the microphones, and it gives you the ability to record from internal connections, well, so external connections plugged in. So you've got proper professional voltages on it. So you can plug in stuff, you can plug in microphones. It's got XLR and it's got 6mm stroke 1/4 inch jacks. It's got TRRS. So you've got the ability to plug in microphones that use phantom power. Phantom power is a system where they actually power the microphone with 48 volts. So it's used on certain devices, but not on every microphone. I was plugging in the other day a 1950s style dynamic microphone, and that one works very well. I'll give you a little clip of that in a minute. And some of the other features on it, it gives you the ability to overdub. It gives you the ability to record the track separately. And one rather nice one is if you're using the internal, as they call it, internal microphones, so you can have the level set for 0 dB on the microphones. Well, they recommend around about -6 to -12 dB as being the ambient sort of sound. But the other tracks, the other 2 tracks, will be used to record 6 dB lower. So when you're listening or when you're recording the umpire band and the big drum goes boom, you can actually pick off the lower level recording so that you can get one that isn't distorted. It's rather a nice feature. Overall, it's a very good device. It is professional quality. It's a little bit light, but then on the other hand, it's portable. Why would you want something that was portable not to be light? It's not overly bulky, and it's very good display. We'll run through the manual for specifications in a minute, and then I'll play you a couple of samples. Well, this is where we hope that something's going to work. This is the Audacity track for a recording of Queen, and what we did was, this was done in our studio. This top one, which is muted at the moment, I will unmute it. That one is from the microphones, the internal microphones, and this one I will mute. This one is from the feed, which was from the 1950s mic. So first of all, I will play you just the way the microphones picked it up.
Okay. Somebody to Love, Queen. Take 2.
Take 2.
Okay. Can anybody find me somebody to love?
Now I'll point out there that the sound level of the music was very quiet. It was merely there to be a backing track because we were actually intending to record the vocal. I will move that back and we will just play. I will mute the top and I will unmute the bottom. So this is the track that was recorded directly from the plugged in microphone, which was the 1950s dynamic microphone, and I will play the similar part now. The reason I mention this is because I've read a review on this and it was an early one, so I'm thinking that things have changed. Anyway, I'll play this for you and you can see where we go from there.
Okay. Somebody to Love, Queen. Take 2. Okay. Can anybody find me somebody to love?
Right, so that's it now stopped there. And what I will do now is I will show you what the signal is. I'll have a quick look at this one. This is just this one. We'll go on to the analyzer. This is mid-doings, so to speak. Let's have a look. Plot spectrum. Right, so that's, as you can see, fairly noisy. There is around about 200 hertz. There is quite a big spike, which is at minus whatever. So that's where it's probably picking stuff up. That's the music being played on here. If I go to here, where it's all gone quiet, but we haven't actually muted anything, let's have a look and see what this is like. So this is the same thing, plot spectrum. Now you can see this is the actual noise level. Bearing in mind we had an air conditioner running in the room and whatever. And you can see that the mic gave us a minus 83 at 44 hertz. So that is pretty damn quiet. There is no problem with that at all. As far as I'm concerned, we're talking about an open mic, which has been not muted. It has been used to record a proper sound, and it's at minus 84 dB. You can't go wrong, really, can you? I think with that, we'll have a quick look at the book. Before we have a look at the book, we'll have a look at the box, because the box is what Tascam think is important. They start with On the Road, perfect for videography, podcasting and music recording. The Tascam DR40 delivers professional quality audio recording in a portable, easy to use form factor. Built-in adjustable stereo condenser microphones, dual XLR quarter-inch inputs and a variety of recording modes. The DR40X is the ideal solution for virtually any remote recording task. On the top at the other side it says In the Studio. Built on decades of innovation in computer-based recording, the Tascam DR40 will also function as a studio quality 2-in, 2-out USB audio interface, ideal for podcasting, voiceover work, live streaming and songwriting. The DR40 enables you to record directly to your Mac or PC and monitor your work with integrated headphone amplifier. That's the headlines for you. Now we're looking at the proper stuff here. Feature, 4-channel recording. Built-in stereo condenser microphones adjust between A and B, X and Y configuration. 2 integrated combo jack inputs with phantom power, except XLR microphone and quarter-inch line level inputs. Dual record mode to avoid accidental overloads and distortion. Records to WAV or MP3. Functions as a USB audio interface for Mac or PC recording. Overwrite function for punch-in recordings with 1 level of undo. Micro USB connector, USB 2 high speed. Included AA alkaline batteries ×3, tilt foot and the owner's manual. And it's got all the pictures on the bottom. I'm guessing what you really want to do is you want to hear what this thing sounds like. Well, that'll be after the manual, but I'm not going to dwell on the manual. Just got them here. If you want to see them, you can always freeze frame on them. That's my idea anyway, because they're not easy to read. There's a lot of information in them, and, well, when you need it, you probably can't find the book, but you can always find this video. This page is quite important. It shows you all the different recording modes, but it would take me hours to explain it all to you. This one's about playback, so it's quite important as well. And the next one coming up is about using it as an interface so you can feed your computer in and out. And the very important troubleshooting guide, always useful to have a troubleshooting guide. Now we get to the actual specifications. So it says recording with SD cards, 2, 32, 128 gigs, and recording playback formats. VWF, WAV and MP3, and it goes up to 44.1 to 48.96 kilohertz, 1624 bits, and number of channels, 4 channels, that's 2 stereos. Inputs and outputs, it says external mic line, internal jacks, XLR connector can provide phantom power. So you've got your various connectors, you've got your line out jack, which is a 3.5mm stereo jack, and your built-in speaker, which is, it's not very good, but it tells you something's happening. Control input output ratings, USB port, remote jack, and audio performance. It says that it's 20 to 20 plus 0 and minus 1 dB for all of the various versions, and 20 Hz to 40 kilohertz on line extension line in, line out, 96 kilohertz sampling rate. Basically, it's pretty damn good. Total harmonic distortion 0.01% or less, and signal noise ratio 94 dB or higher, external in to line out. And finally, recording times. So you've got 16-bit stereo WAVs, and you've got the power consumption. It doesn't use much, 1.7 watts. It's very light, operating temperature is reasonable. And then it says about the recording, you can get 18 hours on 2-channel 44.1, 5.5 hours if you put it onto the higher levels. There's battery. Playback is 2-channel WAV, about 19 hours playback. Using the 9-month battery, you get various times again. It's interesting that the continuous operational time is about 5.5 hours if you're using it on a certain way, when using certain conditions. So it's worth noting those. And yeah, it's a very nice piece of kit. Now, what we've all been waiting for, a proper sound version.
Can anybody find me?
Well, due to copyright things, we can't play any more of that on this channel. But if you'd like to listen to it, there is a link there to a proper video of it, or there's a card there to it, and you can enjoy it in its full glory. We actually spent 4 hours in the car going to and coming from the shop to pick up this device. It was wonderful, and it was worth every penny. That's my opinion of it. I'm really pleased with it. It's more useful than I thought it was going to be, and if you want to get yourself decent sound, this is the way to do it. You're never going to be able to do it from a camera mounted microphone. You need to have the ability to get the sound recorder close to the action, and that's the way of doing it. Of course, with this thing you can plug in anything you like with it and it will work properly. It goes from really low level mics, low level in terms of signal, right up to full industry standard line level. No problem at all. It's got switches on it, and as I said before, it does the power, does the phantom power. Anyway, that's it. Hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, then maybe you'd like to click like and subscribe. If you haven't, maybe you'd like to click like and subscribe, see if I get any better. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you again another time. Cheers. Bye.